Yo, so I gotta talk about Corazon, all right? I don't think I've made a video on him yet. I don't know how the fuck I haven't because I mean he was special, all right? He was just a special prospect in his day. I gotta give him some attention. He's a very very special character, and he's a character that is very near and dear to my heart. No Benedetti, no Corazon, Spanish and shit. I don't know fucking Spanish, but I know Corazon or some shit means heart. So, I'm so fun. He is a breed of character that we will probably never see again. He's a one of one guy that he can't be replaced or replicated. So Corazon was born a celestial dragon, and no, not like bitch ass Shanks, where his parents are probably celestial dragons, but he was raised as a pirate or whatever. Corazon lived in Mary Joie in a big ass mansion for the first few years of his life, probably 5 years of his life, with his parents and his evil fucking brother Doffy, who we all know and love. Corazon's parents ended up stepping down from being a celestial dragon just because they're just such good fucking people for absolutely no reason. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if I was a celestial dragon, I'd probably be a massive piece of shit. So, they're better than me. Doffy did not deserve his fucking family. I don't know how this dude ended up this fucking evil with such great parents and a great little brother, but I digress. Their family lived a fucking dog shit life when they left Mary Joie. They were fucking shat on by everybody because they were celestial dragons, and fuck celestial dragons, am I right? Actually, you know what? Celestial dragons are alright. Some of them are. My boy, St. Carlos, he's pretty chill. Corazon's mom ended up dying just off of being in such dog shit living conditions. They lived in a fucking, shack for a little bit, and Doffy killed their dad, of course, so, that's gotta make their life better, right? No, not really. Their life was pretty shit for a long time until Doffy founded the Don Quixote squad, with Treble, Diamante, all those lovable fellows. I love Treble. I love talking like him every once in a while, it's very fun. Yeah, I might make a video just talking like Treble, honestly. I bet that'll be a banger. Doffy was up to some diabolical shit, and Corazon wasn't going for it. He wasn't about it. He was essentially a double agent for the Marines to help take his fucking evil brother down. He and his family, minus Doffy, turned down a life of living like a fucking king to pretty much just living normal lives, and even in poverty, when they first left. Being a fucking Marine is hard, okay? But Corazon just wanted to do what he felt was right. The Marine is, it's a blue collar. It's a fucking, you could die any day, but he didn't give a shit. And then, of course, Law came into the picture, which is where we really start to see the soft side of Corazon. We start to see, Law's perspective on it. So Corazon didn't talk to fucking anyone for pretty much ever since they left Mary Joie. He also had a fruit that would essentially silence everything he did and everything he touched, which is deceptively pretty overpowered. Law also kind of stole this ability for his own when he and Daddy Kid took out Big Mom. Daddy Kid, he kind of did all the work, but this isn't about Kid. This is about Corazon. Corazon decided to actually start talking once he found out that Law was a D. And since he was partially raised in Mary Joie, he knows all about the Ds, and he begs Law to stay the fuck away from his evil brother Doffy, because if Doffy finds out, Law's cooked. He's like a fucking 8-year-old. What's he gonna do? He's cooked, straight up. He takes Law and sets out to find the Opie Opie Domi, which Doffy is also looking for that fruit, because, it's pretty fucking broken. It's like a god fruit, and obviously they ended up finding it before Doffy, and Law eats it, of course, and we all know this. And then there's this whole fucking cinematic death scene for Corazon getting killed by Doffy once, he catches up to him and he finds him and all that. It's just perfect, and Law is right there. He can hear the whole thing, and he's silenced, and his cries are silent. Oh my god, it's just a beautiful fucking scene. And not only that, Corazon died with a smile. Just like all the Ds we've seen die so far. Even Garp, when we thought he was gonna die, he smiled. Fucking Roger, Ace, everybody who is a D, fucking even Saul, they all die with a smile. And so did Corazon. You know what? Honestly, knowing Oda, he could still be alive. Who fucking knows at this point? He is the only celestial dragon that was actually born and raised in Mary Joie, who ended up being more like a D than a celestial dragon at the end of the day. I know there's Mosgard, who's also a Don Quixote. Yeah, there's good celestial dragons, but none of them were like Corazon. He's different. Mosgard still lived in Mary Joie and shit. He didn't step down and, live a normal life like, Doflamingo's family and shit. That's just crazy. He's a walking sign of, your lineage really doesn't mean shit. You're your own person that can make your own decisions. He's just the embodiment of that. But yeah, that's about it. Chapter next week, I think. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, One Piece is just kind of dead for me right now. I'm having a hard time thinking of videos and shit. And I'm just, the anime's gone. The manga's taking a bunch of breaks. It's just, I don't I'm a little bit out of my rhythm, okay? But I'll try to cook, whenever I can. But, yeah.